Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. In this video, I'll be doing one example, and this example is related to proving two triangles are congruent. As a recap, there are actually 5 reasons to prove two triangles are congruent, which I've written on this whiteboard: AAS, SAS, and so on. But for some of you, you may find it hard to remember all these 5 reasons. In this video, I'll be giving you 2 tips to help you remember these 5 reasons. Tip number 1 and tip number 2. The first tip is the reason must have at least one S. Okay, so as you can see here, for each of these 5 reasons, there's at least one S in each of the 5 reasons. So this is tip number 1. Okay, so for this tip number 1, it's actually quite easy to visualize why we need to have at least one S. Because if you cannot prove that at least one side of two triangles are the same, and most you can prove is that two triangles are similar. But for you to prove two triangles are congruent, you need to have at least one S in the reason. Tip number 2, ASS. For some of you, you're taught that ASS is a bad word, right? It's a foul word. This can be one way for you to remember that ASS, okay, which is a bad word, ASS is not one of the reasons to prove two triangles are congruent. Of course, you can ask me, you're teaching mathematics, you're not teaching English, right? So you have to show me why ASS is not allowed. No problem, I'll show you. So on this whiteboard, I've drawn out 2 triangles, okay? These 2 triangles, they have the same angle. So this angle is the same as this angle. This side is also the same as this side. And the side I've highlighted in red, their lengths are the same, okay? So as you can see, they satisfy ASS. But obviously, these 2 triangles are not the same. So this shows you why ASS is not a sufficient reason to show that these 2 triangles are congruent. So for tip number 2, there's actually some additional information that I have to tell you. Although ASS is not allowed, RHS is. What is RHS? RHS, as you can see, there are 3 letters, right? It stands for right angle hypotenuse side. Okay, so we're talking about 3 things here. The first thing is right angle. As what I've drawn on this whiteboard, I've drawn out these 2 triangles. Both of these triangles have a right angle, which satisfy the first letter R, right angle. The second letter is H. This stands for hypotenuse. So if the hypotenuse of these 2 triangles are the same, then this satisfies the second letter, H. The third letter is S. So it means that you have to show that at least one side other than the hypotenuse are the same. So as what I've shown on this whiteboard, this side is equal to this side. So if you can show this, then you know that these 2 triangles are congruent because of RHS. Then you may ask me, okay, RHS, isn't it angle side side? You just told me that angle side side ASS is not allowed. You're right, ASS is not allowed, but this is an exceptional case because we know that one of the angles is right angle. So this satisfies RHS. So RHS is actually one of ASS, but it's a special case. So RHS is accepted, but ASS is not. Okay, so without further ado, let's start working on this example. So in this example, you're given a figure like this, and this question tells you that AB is equal to AC. Angle ABQ, which I've marked here, this angle here, angle ABQ, is the same as angle ACP, okay? This question has 2 parts, okay? Part A and Part B. Part A, it is asking you whether triangle ABQ and triangle ACP are congruent. For some students, they probably find it hard to visualize triangle ABQ and triangle ACP in this figure. I would recommend you just draw out these 2 triangles separately like this. Triangle ABQ like this, triangle ACP like this, okay? So now, as the question tells you, you're actually given some information already. First of all, AB is equal to AC. So AB and AC are the same. So I've marked both these sides with a tick, indicating that they are the same. The question also tells you that angle ABQ, okay, angle ABQ, which is this angle here, is the same as angle ACP, which is this angle here. There's one thing the question doesn't tell you explicitly, but it is actually quite obvious, is that this angle BAQ and this angle PAC are the same, right? Because they share the same angle. So now if you look at these two figures again, you have an angle, side angle. Angle, side angle. ASA. So let me write out the steps for you. First of all, AB is equal to AC because it is given in the question. Okay? And angle ABQ is equal to angle ACP. Again, it is given in the question. We also know that this angle is equal to this angle. So angle BAQ is equal to angle PAC. The reason is they are common angle. Common angle. Okay? So now we can draw a conclusion that triangle ABQ and triangle ACP are congruent. And the reason is ASA. Okay, so this is part A. So the answer is yes. Okay, is these two triangles are congruent? The answer is yes. Okay, so part B. Part B is asking you whether BP is equal to CQ. Okay, so BP, okay, we look at this figure again. BP is equal to AB minus AP. And CQ is this here. CQ is equal to AC minus AQ. So if we want to prove that these two are the same, it means that if we can prove whatever in this bracket to be the same as whatever in this bracket, then we can prove that BP and CQ are the same. Okay? First of all, we know that AB is equal to AC, right? AB is equal to AC because it is given by the question. We also know that AP is equal to AQ. AP is this side here, AQ is this side here. Because they are corresponding sides of two congruent triangles, so they are the same. So AP is equal to AQ, and the reason is corresponding sides, congruent triangles. Okay? So now after we knowing that AP is equal to AC and AP is equal to AQ, we can rewrite this CQ equation a little bit. So CQ becomes AC, which is the same as AB, minus AQ, which is the same as AP. Okay? So CQ is equal to this, which is exactly the same as BP, right? So we know that BP is equal to CQ. So the answer to part B is yes, they are the same. Okay? And that's your answer.